the good fight against the disease. We wish him all the best.
Cool, we done.
Everybody thinking of Dottie.
All right, cool.
See.
How do I see who's watching in the chat? All right. It's been a while. Has been a while. Right, let me get everything set up and sorted. Okay, well, the game's kicked off. Are you going to be in the background? All right, cool. Cheers, mate. Right, so the Sharks really need to get back on the air. That's really annoying. Is there any way I can get rid of that echo?
Sharks in a position where perhaps look to strike on the first phase ball from the line out. Halfway line.
I'm going to try and get the...
got a bash in the opening movement.
Well, that sounds better. Okay, I'm going to try and get the... where the hell is it? YouTube comments up so I can see what people are saying. I'm trying to get the... Yeah, mute that. Okay, cool. So, 42 seconds into the game. Sharks. There's a line out on halfway. I think it's Sharks ball. Yeah, Sharks ball. God, I hope for a better performance than last week. That's depressing, that was. Take it on the top. Good. Hendricks has got it. Straight down the line. Oh. Francois Fenter knocks it on after what could have been a very good move. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna...
coming in on the shot line there nicely. And it was open for him. The gap was there.
Steve.
Good play.
I don't think Steve knows that it's really flipping loud. Okay, so first scrum of the game. Hopefully, bloody having our box back will actually make a difference this weekend. 10 kgs heavier than the Ospreys pack. Not too bad. Out the back for the Ospreys. Cohen Bosch has just been rounded, kicked forward, but Bush Chamberlain at the back calls a mark. I don't know. I almost don't know if it was too quick to bring the box back in just because of one weekend, but we'll see what happens. A decent clearance from Bush Chamberlain. He's at 15 this week, with Cohen Bosch coming back into number 10. A couple of people saying that they think Cohen Bosch coming back into 10 was a bit too early for him, considering his injury, but we'll see. Ospreys win it off the top and look to knock it up midfield through their number 8. I don't even know the teams at the moment. Oof. Crowd were and Ospreys get the penalty at the ruck for sealing the ball. All right, let me quickly go through the teams. Well, more the Ospreys team than the Sharks team. Okay, so how do the so Ospreys pack is Henry at 1, Hooker is Parry, and 3 is Buerta. Davies and Davies and Sutton make up the locks. Roots, Morris, and Hickey, which is a lot of players I don't actually know. The back 3, Reece Webb, obviously international scrum half. Walsh at fly half, Thomas Wheeler, and Collins in the centre. Luke Morgan, Giles, and Nagy at fullback. Nagy, Interesting name. Nagy. I don't know how they pronounce that one in Wales. The Sharks have got the ball back off their line out, and they're looking to truck it up through the forwards. Hendrickson now releases Ben Tapuai, who steps back in field. Sharks are looking for a decent bit of territory here. Kerwin Bosch decides to clear it the other way, and it's a really good kick. Really good kick inside the Ospreys 10-meter line. So Sharks have got a decent amount of territory back from that. Let's see how the changes and the new head coach affects the Sharks this weekend. So Ospreys take it. Oh, lineout's been stolen by the Sharks. Mbanambi's got it. He's wrapped up at the back, but the Sharks have got possession back. Through the middle with Chituka. He's playing at number 4 today, which I thought was quite interesting. Bosch launches a huge high bomb. And it's won back by... Oh, it was won back. And then turned over. Ospreys trying to take the outside channel. Covered quite well by Ben Tapuai. And through the hands, trucking it up with the forwards, the Ospreys. They're on their own 10-meter line, so they're not doing too badly considering. Reece Webb takes it and box kicks. That's gone inside the Sharks 10, picked up by Buerta, who throws a very dodgy pass, but Bosch picks it up well. And Sharks win the penalty at the ruck. Bosch is looking a little bit better than the last time we saw him out, that's for sure. Yeah.
Contest out there, isn't it? Just
gonna snack on these. Let me check if there are any comments. At least score some points today. I mean, for God's sake, please. They thought Bosch had missed touch, but I think it was a foot in touch by the Ospreys.
Who really wants this momentum. He is a confidence player.
Horrible pass by Buerta Chamberlain. Bosch did really well to pick it up.
What a pickup. And of course, it's made all the difference because they won the penalty from the breakdown. And they now have a line out as close as that to the Ospreys line.
So, Sharks will have the line now. Inside the Ospreys 22, they take it off the back and set the maul. Although Buthelezi breaks off straight away. Ben Tapuai breaks the line and the tackle. Hendrickson recycles to Mbanambi. Sharks have got some continuity here. Off to Oxenche. Held in the tackle. But he's down on the ground and then lost forward in the tackle. But despite the bad handling, much better intent and look from the Sharks this weekend, which is something at least. Ben Tapuai made a really good break through the line there. Just a pity he lost his feet.
Just a little bit of repair work being done. I think that is the outside centre, Tom Florence. You mentioned he's just 19 years old. A big fella, into the boots of Michael.
Tom Florence is down. The Ospreys number 13, getting some strapping on what appears to be his ankle. So he must have rolled it maybe in one of the tackles he made. And it's certainly good to see Mapimpi back in the team. I think the Sharks have missed their box obviously quite badly. And they certainly take a huge knock when their box have to go for international duty. But it's a good place for the Sharks to be in the scrum. Yes, it's not their ball, but it's a good place for them to certainly pressure the Ospreys. Let's see if their Shark scrum can get one over the Ospreys for this one.
He leads the side today from the 8th-man position. Did well on the...
Almost hitting that 23,000 subscribers. It's been a hell of a long time since I've done one of these streams. And it feels strange being back and doing them again, but I kind of miss doing it. So it's a reset scrum. I mean, you've got 2 Bok front rowers and then the fridge that is Carlu Sardi. So, and the Sharks are getting a push on there. And they've turned it, but it's going to be a reset scrum for both sides, both front rows going up. But I would say the Sharks had a bit of ascendancy in that one. And it'll be interesting to see what happens in the rest of the contests of the scrum.
Absolutely. You give me a good picture as well. Set left. Yeah. Good on this side. Keep the same standard, please. Yeah.
Contest continues.
So,
individual.
Another reset scrum. Rather have them now than later, I guess. And let's see how it goes. So the Sharks are a bit pushing it. Oh, and Sharks have absolutely dominated that scrum. And they've wrapped up the scrum off. He's down, but showing good intent. The Sharks front 8 in almost pushing Ospreys off the ball. They trundle forwards through their prop, and then the Sharks win the penalty for not releasing. And this is a really good position. I almost want I do want the Sharks to go for the 3 here. Let's get something on the board. Let's get something on the board early on. We definitely need it. We need something to settle the nerves. And I think, yep, Kerwin Bosch is going to be going for poles. Good lad.
Within that ruck, stays alive. Reese Henry, who's a danger man, finally gets his chance. Just really good work from Hendricks. He stays alive, stays on his feet. He gets tackled off of his feet at ruck time, gets back on his feet and pops in, closes the spaces. Great play from the scrum.
Kerwin Bosch slots a 3, and the Sharks are actually on the board this weekend. And that's already a massive improvement on last weekend. So, Sharks 3, Ospreys 0.
So the first points on the board, and we've had 11.5 minutes.
So, Ospreys will restart the match with the kickoff. It does look like they're setting to go left, and they go more down the center. Taken well by Buddha Chamberlain. He's protected by his locks. Sorry, it's Ben Tappel. That looks like Noche. Is Noche playing 6? It looks like he is. Yeah, he is, because Buttalese is playing 8. So, box kick from Hendrickse. And the Sharks get a penalty for crossing and obstruction.
Maybe not the worst tactic. No, we don't like many up and unders, especially from too deep.
Much better start from the Sharks, but still, I mean, that was kind of given to them by the Ospreys. It certainly wasn't a penalty won by the Sharks, but it was kind of just, yeah. Oh, and Kerwin Bosch's missed touch. And the Ospreys run it back at them. Reese Webb has it. And it looks like he's going to set for a box kick. Yeah. Told to use it. Box kicks for a chase, although I would say that the person on the wing was in front. And Jaden Hendricks takes it really well in the air. And they set. They set the ruck. Oxenshare using his feet to roll the ball back and spin it out to Vincent Chichuka, who trundles it forwards. Hendricks' backs and set up. Passes it back to Gerwin Bosch, who launches it high for everyone to chase. Naji chips and chases to Hendrickse, who then boots it back. He's kicked it out on the full. And so the Ospreys will have the line out about 10 meters inside the Sharks' half. I'd certainly say it's a better start from the Sharks. And I'm not unhappy with how it's going so far. 14 minutes in already. This game's going quite quickly, despite not feeling like that. No? So they throw it. The Ospreys throw it to the front, back to the hooker, out to the fly half, and then this number 13 runs it up. Quick recycle to their hooker. Ospreys are putting in some passes, but the Sharks are defending well on their own 10-meter line here. Oh, Bongi and Benambi and Oxenshare doubling up to smash the number 12. Oh, and it's the over-the-top pass from, what's his name? What's their fly-off's name? I can't even remember. And the ball has gone out after multiple handling errors. Yeah, this Ospreys team, I've got to admit, I don't really know it very well. There are a lot of players I don't really recognize the name of. Who's their fly half? Walsh. Leaping over the top pass to their 12.
The Ospreys back. Working well for the Chelsea Sharks.
Chelsea Sharks. They throw it to the middle of the line out and set the maul. Initially pushed back and now it's stopped. Refs called it once. Hendrickse takes it from the back and box kicks for Mapimpi to chase, which he does so. And he wraps up the player who catches it as well, which is Morgan. So they're down on their own 10. Reese Webb looking for his forwards to carry the number 1, Henry. Takes it just over the 10-meter line. Looks like Reese Webb will set to box kick again. I guess for Morgan to chase, which he does. Cohen Bosch, let it bounce, and it bounces into Jaden Hendricks' hands. So we're back in their half, and we win the penalty. Morgan and Mbanambi getting in a bit of a argy-bargy there. There's definitely some swearing that they're going to have to apologise for.
Just a bit of loss. I saw the two scrum halves exchanging Christmas card addresses.
It is the season.
40 people watching. Nice. Yeah, Francois Fenton knocked on again. I mean, that was like the first movement, wasn't it? And I was just like, are you serious?
All of them off their feet. Must release. He's won the Chelsea Sharks a penalty there, Hendrickse.
So, Sharks penalty. I'm guessing, yeah, but Cohen Bosch will kick to the corner.
He's only 25 years old. The best years of his rugby playing life are still ahead of him.
Bosch finds a decent touch there, considering his angle.
It looks very dangerous.
Literally on the line, on the 22-meter line, the line up. So a decent kick there from Bosch. Benambi to throw. Hits his man at the front, down and sets the maul, and the ball's been knocked on. And that's really poor from the Sharks. And there's a water break, 17 and a half minutes in. And I don't know how I feel about these water breaks, to be honest. They just seem to be really... I feel like they just break up any momentum of the game. Like, if a team's got ascendancy and momentum, it just completely stops it, even if it's just a minute. Like, a minute's a long time when you're going from playing to not playing.
Chat so far so good. I think the Sharks will be happy with the performance so far. A few little mistakes. I want to just correct that, but The Ospreys are also looking quite good. So Neil Powell, they look dangerous at times. They look dangerous with ball in hand.
Neil Powell not looking to impress. But then again, that's probably just his normal face. So it's a break and play. And yeah. Win prediction. Sharks, 92% after last weekend. That's interesting. Sharks about 92% win prediction. 1% draw, 7% Ospreys. Not sure I agree with that. But anyway.
You could see a little bit of concern amongst the Sharks coaches that here they are up against a side that's battled to put 23 players into the matchday squad.
Be interesting to see the difference of the crowd last weekend to the crowd this weekend. Both possession and territory in the Sharks' favour. Possession, or more or less even, 52-48, but territory, 56-44. So the scrum will be set. It's Ospreys put in.
Got to take your line off ball, and I think that's the concern you're speaking about.
And I think also that the Sharks will feel that they should
Pack set.
In the final
Scrum is very stable. Webb puts it in. Sharks try to get the shove, and it just starts going sideways. Sharks win the penalty for not driving straight. And to be fair, it was a shove by the Sharks, and then, yeah, definitely they went sideways, and it was the Ospreys that didn't drive straight. I'd say from the loose head. Sorry, tight head. And Cohen Bosch will set up another kick for the Poles. Could make it 6-0. And that's good from the Sharks. And, you know, you can instantly see the difference that our box make in the front row.
Yes, you want it.
Oxen Chair there winning that penalty for us.
So
really good.
Approaching the end of the first quarter. This is a chance to double the lead for the Sharks. And it might not seem much, but there were moments in the first half of the game against Cardiff where you felt that maybe they should have taken a kick at goal. Just to
Cohen Bosch taking his time, trying to double our points and our lead. About a minute away from 20 minutes into the game. A tentative start, but not a bad one, and certainly better. So I can't complain. And Bosch nails it. 6-0 to the Sharks. Good stuff. I will take that any day after a game like last weekend. I stopped watching the game at half-time last weekend because I was just not in the mood to watch the Sharks play that badly. Yeah, so Noche is playing 6. That's interesting. I didn't expect that. Other than Busalesi, I guess he has to. Restart from the Ospreys. Again, down the middle, and Chamberlain takes it outside the 22. Obviously, he is instantly wrapped up, but protected by Mbanambi. Does well there against two players. Hendricks feeds. Who are our locks? Probler. Gebrand. Probler. Nice boots. Suchuka's got really nice boots. Now Pimpy chases Jaden Hendricks' box kick. It's dropped by Walsh, but Naji's picked it up and he's actually had a good run there, but in the ruck, players leaving their feet, Sharks get the penalty.
Jaden Hendricks is having an absolute storm, man. They're loving it.
Jaden Hendricks is playing well.
The Springbok.
Hendricks are forcing the turnover. Sorry, it wasn't for leading feet, it was not releasing.
70 carries to his name. Just the talisman. Morgan Morris has more than him with 72. They need to get them involved in the game. So dangerous with space around them and in the tight. Here's Naji, the fullback. And take a look at that. Good understanding of the laws. He's over the ball. He had an opportunity to take it, and you could see clearly
Naji with a good run, but then just ran away from his support.
Yeah, and also what you could see from the replay was...
It's unfortunate, but...
released the tackle first.
Good for the Sharks. So the Sharks are inside the Ospreys' fifth half now. Out the back, Hendricks takes it off the top. Oh, and Cohen Bosch throws a pass that just goes straight into a unsuspecting player who's knocked it on. And Morgan with an amazing chase off the kick. Grabs the ball, but then is tackled out by Buerta Chamberlain. But really dangerous there from the Ospreys and poor from the Sharks in the midfield.
And the chase was almost spot on.
Really poor in the midfield from the Sharks.
From Reese Henry. Good covering from
Reese Henry did well to kick that to the corner.
Well, Luke Morgan there is the record try scorer for Wales. It's 7s there.
Sharks take it off the top in the middle and set the maul. Ospreys holding well. Hendricks is going to have to take it out and looks to box kick, takes a couple of steps and then does. Morgan takes it quickly. And then number 8, Morris, tries to step out of the way of Ben Tapwai. Webb out the back to Walsh with a chip and chase for Thomas Wheeler, who catches and lets the team reset. Sharks looking to drive over, but can't. Webb with an awful pass. Put Walsh under pressure. They've lost about 10 meters because of that pass. So they're looking to pick and drive now. Osprey's out the side. And Giles has done well. He's broken the line, stepped his man, goes up to the 5-meter line where the Sharks haul him down. This is not looking good for the Sharks. Ospreys are recycling well.
Driven up there by Ethan Roots.
Roots is still on his feet, but he's finally brought down. And the Sharks win the penalty, 2 meters out. Is that Jaden Hendrickson again? Hendrickson wins another penalty for getting his hands on it. But it just, why is the number 9 getting all of this when... Bloody hell.
Brad Davies is down, captain.
Really good from Jaden Hendrickson. Helped out a bit by Podkeeter.
Pure domination. At ruck time, he's there again. He let it go. He listened to the referee. This time he's on the point. He has the help of his winger, Marnus Podkeeter. Referee on the spot. I think he's called it correctly again. Total domination at ruck time. Slow ball. It's just allowing the shots to tackle the Ospreys.
So,
players behind the game line.
Quick injury time. Sharks will look to get a decent amount of territory here.
He is, and I tell you what, I played against him at the Under-19 World Cup in Dubai. He was 19 years old then. He's been a leader since he was a teenager.
Come on, Bosch, big kick. Bosch clears. Decent clearance. Just short of halfway. Decent clearance from Bosch. And we'll have to put into the line out. Loving that. Penalties conceded. 7 by the Ospreys, 1 by the Sharks. That is a bad stat for the Ospreys. And that's 7 penalties in 24 and a half minutes. That's not good. But to throw in. Sharks take it. No, they do not. Ospreys win it because Sharks didn't put anyone up.
That one's gone against the throw.
And then number 8, Morris, looks to run over Bosch. Oh, it's a charge down by Oxenshare, who is hurtling after it. That almost could have been obstruction, but it isn't. And Sharks have done well to put that pressure on. The Ospreys are all just outside their own 22 here. Reese Webb will look to set the box kick, and does, giving a chase for Giles. Buerta Chamberlain up, takes the ball really well. Recycled by Hendrickson to Chuka. God, that's hard. To Chuka is a hard 3 syllables to say. 4 syllables to say. Bosch with a chip forwards. Tapwai almost gets it. Stabbed through by Bosch again because it's not picked up cleanly. Bosch grabs, who's that, Giles? And he gives away a penalty for no release. Playing the man on the ground. Yeah, fair enough. Good play there from the Sharks, though.
He's looking good.
Causing a lot of problems for the
Right now.
back
He's
three of
attacking the ball. He's
Ospreys
nice and
by
frosty on
kicking
his
it
feet.
through
Reacting
and then
very
playing the
well,
ball
just
on the
like that
ground
man, Hendrickson. Good
with
chase
the
by him, but
boot.
just needed to let go of the
But
Ospreys player.
Ospreys do win the penalty,
Clearly had his
and they'll
knees
look
on
to
the
clear
ground.
their lines through Jack Walsh. It's an okay touch, not a bad touch finder on their what's it called? Their 10-meter line.
And the word from
Chuka's down getting some treatment at the moment. I think it's for his shoulder.
is that Vincent Chichuka playing lock is not a permanent move.
Yeah, Chuka at lock I thought was quite interesting. It certainly is not meant to be, well, it's not a permanent move for him. It's just, I think, and they needed a bit of bulk and aggression in the lock pairing while Etzebeth is out. No, not out, but being rested.
He made a big difference when he came on last week. Maybe it didn't show on the scorecard, but Aaron Andrews
is on the bench doing some light stretching
Warming up.
just in case.
Gets onto the
But it looks like Chichuka will stay on the field.
trouble for the Ospreys at line out time. Fantastic contester of the ball.
Yeah, and I think the thing that frustrates me the most about last weekend is that it just does not show at all the skill and talent the Sharks have at their disposal. It's quite ridiculous how the resources the Sharks have to pull on, and stuff like that just happens. And then you have to wonder, is it the players not gelling? Is it the coach, which was obviously the thing to go? But, yeah.
There are another 3 in December, including one 2 days before Christmas and one on New Year's Eve.
Okay. 5, yeah.
So Ospreys will set the line out inside their own half, about their 10-meter line.
Putting the ball in is Sam
Yep.
Parry.
Inside their own 10-meter line. Sharks jump at the front. Too early. Ospreys get the ball and set the maul. It's a good maul so far. They've made it 2 meters, 3 meters. Stop now, and the ref's called once and use it. Reese Webb box kicks for Giles to kick. Hasn't gone very far, and it's been knocked on by the Ospreys and then the Sharks. So it'll be a scrum Sharks ball.
So far, the tempo of this game, Andy, I would say, favors the Ospreys. It's not a bad start from them. It's quite a stop-start the game. They're not really being tested.
So the Sharks have to put into the scrum, and given how the scrum has been going in this first half, I'm not unhappy that we've got a scrum.
Yeah, the longer it goes on, it's just 6-0, the more the Ospreys will feel, well, maybe we could make history here on one leg.
Toby Booth. And when you're going forward, thinking about all of that, Andy, and I think he'll be too disappointed so far with
So
performance.
scrum is getting set.
Opportunities he would have liked
I think the
to take
Sharks will look
this
to.
game.
I think they will look to attack the Ospreys scrum here. They've certainly got a number over them.
Halfway on, the Sharks with
Ospreys don't take the hit very well, and referee calls a reset before their props go straight to ground. So it'll be a reset scrum, but looking at that, you'd think that the Sharks scrum is definitely in ascendancy here.
Cornerstone, one of
Referee telling both sets of front rows to get the stability that they need,
international duty.
and they're moving slightly in field because the Sharks, the turf is getting a little bit torn up there.
So he's the one player then who at least will be familiar with these conditions. Tom Porter up against the Yoks in chair. Not an easy task.
Jane Hendricks just waiting to put the ball into the scrum,
Upper hand so far.
and I think it'll be a. Will Sharks look to push them? No, Sharks look like they're just gonna. No, they do get the second shove on. They win the advantage. Hendricks plays out the back to Tapwai, who plays out the back to Bosch, who decides to dummy to and Mapimpi's gonna go. Oh, it's a really speculative pass back in, and the Ospreys have won it back. And it's a knock on by the Sharks. But a very good move that you feel should have worked out. And I wish Mapimpi had just held on to that or really pinned his ears.
I was expecting Mapimpi to do that, but you know what? He's looking for support. He had it on the inside.
Yeah, he just looked for support. It was a really good dummy from Bosch.
This is where Bosch is dangerous.
Yeah, Mapimpi should have pinned his ears there. And it's just too much of an ask for who is that? For Noche to reach over his head, and he slips. But that's promising from the Sharks. That attack is very promising and a good show from the Sharks. So
Such an onrushing train. It's not unusual to bounce off the last line of defence and score.
I'm surprised when Pimpy did not back himself. Usually I'd expect him to.
Very physical, Mapimpi.
So a little bit of intent. We didn't see that on Sunday.
So Osprey's ball, put in the back, and Morris will pick it. No, Sharks have looked to push them off this. No, and they haven't managed to quite, but very close. Jack Walsh kicks, but keeps it in with not a great kick. Mapimpi will run it back, steps, and goes straight into Morris and the number 12, which is Thomas Wheeler. Noche feeds Labaskachny, who goes through, steps and goes through. Hendrickson picks up, feeds to Probler. Knock on from the Sharks and turned over. Nagy feeds Walsh, and Walsh kicks again. But it's very frantic at the moment. The Sharks, you would think need to be more patient, more calm, but they're really kind of frenetic and almost panicky. So we'll go back for the scrum for Ospreys.
I'm not sure. They're always under pressure, okay? There's no advantage gain. Scrum. Some would argue that 15 meters from the point of that scrum is an advantage gain.
So, yeah, there's some ref being questioned a little bit about what is and isn't an advantage gained.
An absolute monster, Bonambu.
But, I mean, it's evident to see that the Box have made a huge difference to the Sharks team. 5 handling errors from the Sharks, 4 from the Ospreys. Not a huge difference, but still quite a few. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. So I have a feeling the Sharks will look to have a go against this pack, this Ospreys pack. They look like they've got certainly a little bit on them.
Big scrum for the Ospreys. They need to turn it around.
Tom Porter.
At the moment, it has been all Sharks, though.
Keep their eyes on that.
Scrum is set. Webb puts the ball in, and the Sharks get a shove on, shove them straight off their own ball. Hendrickson to Bosch. Bosch steps back inside. Probably should have let that go. Gives away a penalty. Should have let that go. Ben Tapoy giving away the penalty for not supporting his own body weight and going off his feet. And the Ospreys get off lightly in what was a very promising position for the Sharks. Decent clearance from Walsh, almost up to the halfway line.
Great arm wrestle between Tom Porter and Oxenchair, but the power of Oxenchair is so difficult. Just look at how he dips down here.
And the power coming through Oxenchair in that scrum just completely folded the Ospreys scrum. Pushed them straight off their own ball. But Tapoy just going straight off his feet and slightly ruining it all. I say slightly, completely ruining it all, but it happens. Referee takes the ball from the line out after blowing his whistle and asking for a reset. Asks for a reset and get the setup right. We're approaching half time with about 6.5 minutes left of the half. 6-0 to the Sharks. Ospreys go to the center. Sharks look to challenge, but don't get it. Webb passes out to Morris, who tries to go through Noche. Sharks have turned it over. Tachuka's got the ball, breaks the first tackle and the second, and he's gone good 10 meters there, but then knocks on the ball. And the handling errors are just flying in from the Sharks.
Coming in nice and hard, identifying the man, trying to make the tackle on the powerful Vincent Chichuka. And well, that power, I don't think Chichuka was expecting it. Pushed him forward that much. Just lost control of the ball. Big hit.
Big hit. Not Shade, bringing down Morris. And what a steal from Benambi. Really good steal. And then just Carlu Sardi smashing Thomas Wheeler. But also, because of that, causing the knock-on.
Just flicked the ball out, and Hendrickson wasn't expecting it.
Tachuka just gives me that kind of feeling that he's just always like, guys, what's going on? He kind of always looks a bit lost, but he's such a good player. So it'll be an Osprey scrum. Osprey scrum with just over 5 minutes left of the half.
Just feel the pressure coming through on the Ospreys now, but they've held up remarkably well. This has been a fantastic performance from a side that has had a number of sick players during the course of the week.
And that's Sharks engaging too early, and it's a free kick to the Ospreys. I completely forgot that there was a bug going around the Ospreys camp, and they're missing a few players. That's probably why I don't recognise half of them.
Got momentum at time, jumping the gun.
So Jack Walsh will look to clear the lines. Looks like he launches a bomb.
This is a high bomb.
Mapimpi takes it cleanly, looks to kick it back, but doesn't. Decides to show and go. Oof, hit quite hard. Jaden Hendrickson will feed Tachuka, who runs straight into one prop. And lock, I think.
Hendrickson looking around to see what
Hendrickson told to use it. And will box kick. Mapimpi on a nice chase.
Walsh takes it in.
That was hit in the air. Mapimpi just getting his timing wrong. Not terrible, just a penalty, but just off the ground. And they clearly don't have a long-range kicker because they're going for touch.
Really good take, good technique.
Walsh will kick.
And Mapimpi didn't go up.
And Walsh has completely missed touch, and the ball's gone dead.
It looked like millimeters. He was airborne.
That was not a good kick from Jack Walsh. And that is not what the Ospreys needed. And the Sharks will have the ball in a scrum just inside their own half. I mean, just by like half a meter. With just over 3 minutes left of the half. It'd be good if the Sharks could get any kind of points before the half time. That was high on Mapimpi.
Good tackle. Sam Perry. He played 54 minutes this season, Sam Perry.
Definitely high on Mapimpi. Although nothing more than a penalty.
So dangerous with space. Doesn't shy away from contact either.
And on his gravestone, it was scored a try in the World Cup final for South Africa.
So Hendricks will feed the scrum. I think the Sharks will look to bully them again. Ospreys get a little bit of a shove early on, and then the Sharks completely push them. Tapwai juggles and then holds on, steps inside Reese Webb, steps inside him again. And he's made some good ground there after the initial juggle. Oxen Chair smashing into them. Mapimpi's clear, and he's tackled onto the 22. Mbanambi with a great pair of hands to catch that ball. Picked up by Oxen Chair. Hendricks feeds. Buthelezi steps back inside and is monstered by what's his name again? Nagy. There is a penalty here though, and it looks like the referee's double blown his whistle. Could be a high tackle. on a warning. Certainly won't be a card yet, but double blast. And he will call the referee will call the captain in, and he'll give him a warning, a late tackle by number 6, which is Roots, and then 15 Nagy with a high tackle.
A little bit of proactive refereeing, nothing wrong with that.
So I think will the Sharks go for the they will. Sharks looking to get a try on the board before half time. Not upset by that call. And the Sharks are 5 meters out with a line out. Good kick from Bosch.
A word from Cohen Bosch, who first came back after an arm injury.
Bosch has been out for a while, but he's playing well. Sharks take it in the middle, set the maul. They're going backwards a bit. Still going backwards, although they've broken off the side. Hendrickson swings it out to Tapuai, who loose pass to Mapimpi. Hendrickson with a useless pass, but Krobler's managed. Is that Krobler? No, Labuskakni's managed to get it back. Hendrickson out to Oxenchair, steps inside, breaks the second tackle, back up to the 22. Hendrickson out the back to Bosch. Bosch to Tapuai. Tapuai straightens, runs into 2 men. Butalezi. Hendrickson goes to the right to Chuka, who runs it back in. Hendrickson right again to Mapimpi, who tries to step inside. He's wrapped up by Morris. Hendrickson again out to Cohen Bosch, who tries to step through and makes about 2 meters. Hendrickson out the side to Buerta Chamberlain, who's bumped off 1 and gone through to Chuka. Breaks 1 tackle and then gives away a penalty. And that will probably be the half. Ospreys will look to go into the half time there. And I'm going to look to get better. It's certainly looking, and that's the half. It's certainly looking better from the Sharks. Certainly looking better. But still, their attack could be more, cohesive. Although it's looking better. It's looking a lot better. 6-0. I'm slightly disappointed the Sharks aren't higher up in the scoreboard. But after last week, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that all day because the Ospreys have had maybe 1 opportunity. Other than that, the Sharks have been very tight. And I'm pretty happy with their performance so far. So, that's the half. So we will be back for the second half in about 15 minutes. I'm going to come back with, I think, 2 beers this time. Because that one I finished in about 20 minutes. So maybe have 2 beers for the second half. Back soon. Hopefully for a bit more of a... hopefully with a more exciting second half where the Sharks will get some tries. But it hasn't been terrible, so fingers crossed.
That's why we aim beyond the next quarter to power resilient business through the next quarter century, yielding new confidence in Africa's future.
Fingers crossed it gets better. So I'll see you in about 15 minutes, guys.
gusting breeze coming through the stadium.
All right,
South Sea Sharks
we are
leading the
back,
Ospreys
and
by
it
6
looks
points to
like
0.
there's some rain
Ospreys
and wind
with a lot of sickness
that's
in the
come
camp.
along.
And, at one stage, looked
I
as
don't
they
think
might
it's
be
a
back into
lot,
race 23, but they've done it. And they've,
but
really played well to only be 6 points
slightly
down.
worrying. It's certainly
Sharks
windy,
will be feeling, in Tunzi Mabeta, that they need to score an early try.
but considering how they played in
Precisely that. They
in
need
the
to add a certain
rain last weekend,
spark at their
slightly
search.
worrying.
They need to start working harder for each other.
But yeah, the Sharks need to certainly need to up their game and actually turn pressure into points here. They just look a little lost.
He's been in the thick of things. That's good
They
to see,
really
but
look a little lost in terms of what they want to do. I don't think they're playing badly. They're just playing in a very disjunctured way. They've had some standout players, but as a team, they don't look cohesive, and it's frustrating because they could be so much better than they look.
Fractured his arm in pre-season training and came out of the bleachers to come and play today. Just something.
Sharks are on the field, and the Ospreys are running out now. And I'm really hoping for a better, more entertaining second half. The first one was a little bit of attrition and bad handling and just silly mistakes costing the Sharks. But the penalty count, the Ospreys will want to sort out because they have not been good.
A little bit of a drizzle now. Wonder if those conditions will be a little bit better for the Ospreys as the Sharks look to play a little more rugby now in the second half.
Just intrigued to see that the Ospreys are, as they finished the first half.
So the Sharks have
intelligence that Keelan Giles might not make the second half of the game, but he is there on the left.
So the Ospreys have got the same team on the field.
Replacements as far as I can see on either side.
So are the Sharks, the same sides. No changes have been made yet.
And a little bit of drizzle to make them feel like home.
And it is drizzling at the moment, but nothing too hectic, which hopefully will not get worse because I don't think the Sharks perform very well in the rain. So Ospreys kick off, and Hendrickson takes it inside the 22, kicks a low, not really a grubber, but bouncing ball. Awful pass from the fly half to the fullback, but Giles tries to step his way through, can't make it through. Webb out the back to their hooker, Parry. Webb sets, passes out the back to Walsh. Sharks are looking for the ball here, but give away the penalty. Just leaving their feet, straight off their feet. And that's quite poor from the Sharks. They certainly should have kept their feet there.
So Lapis Labuskaku told to support his own body weight. You can see one thing that's remained consistent.
So Walsh will kick to the sideline.
The ruck, the breakdown.
He's just inside his own 10.
Causing the Ospreys to go backwards, but it's
doesn't make a lot of ground. Basically changes it up for inside the Sharks 10. So not terrible. Actually, it's an alright kick. It's a decent kick. It puts them in our half, which is good for them. Yeah, it's certainly getting a bit blustery now. And the small crowd seems to be a bit annoyed with it. I just realised I've got my Super 14 jersey on. That's how old this is. So Ospreys take it in the middle and set the maul. Breaks off the back. Parry offloads to Morris. They've got into our 22. Or is that our 10? No, it's our 10. So they're outside our 10 now. Looking to trundle it up through the forwards and make some ground. Not getting too far. So they'll bring in the backs through Giles. Tries to step but doesn't make it through. At the moment, the Ospreys are going backwards. So Najee kicks over the top. Straight into... Who is that? Is that Water? Yeah. So that's to Water Chamberlain, who calls the mark. And so look to kick out.
for the Chamberlain. Here he is. I wonder whether he's...
Butcher Chamberlain tries a banana kick, and it lands infield, but skids out. What a kick.
You don't see it often.
That's a really good kick from Butcher Chamberlain there.
Having that man at fullback.
He has the good grace to put a little bit of a grin on.
Oh, that is brilliant.
And
It's
what a
World Cup
kick.
year after all,
What a
World
kick
Cup
from
year.
Butcher
Wow, that's a
Chamberlain.
Fantastic finesse. Brilliant from
We're in,
Butcher
so we're about
Chamberlain.
halfway inside the Ospreys 10. Ospreys do have the ball, and it looks like they'll go to the front. They do so. Parry out back to Morris, who makes
From Morgan Morris.
Morgan Morris does get through the line.
Over the halfway line.
Morris again.
This is good stuff.
Ospreys are playing well here,
Gets the pass away.
and this is going to be a try for the Ospreys. No, it's not. Butcher Chamberlain bringing down Webb just out of the line. Ospreys out the back to Morris,
On the 5.
resetting.
Real chance
This is not good from the Sharks. Ospreys are going to look to keep it amongst their forwards for a bit, I think. And I've lost feed. Thank you, Supersport DSTV. This is a great time for this to happen. This reload will take forever. Oh, I hate DSTV sometimes. It just reminds me of how useless it can be. Sorry, guys. Oh, the Ospreys scored. Great. I can just see from the scoreboard on the live stream. So, Ospreys have scored a try, and wonderful. Yep, Ospreys have scored. It's just getting back to reloading now.
Beautifully delivered kick, wasn't it?
Well, it started from this line out, clean take. The captain,
And the
Brad
Sharks
Davies,
are
and take a look at Morris attacking it.
just looking in a
We know
bit
how
of...
good he is with ball in hand. Some have called
they're
him
looking like they're nowhere.
fly half. He's so good in a props body. They go to the blind. They had numbers. This is fantastic play as well from the forwards. Brilliant from the number 5 lock Sutton.
Reece Webb went so
Offloading,
close
that's a great
there.
tackle from Cohen Bosch, but the
Oh, it was a
the
cross
patience
kick
and
that
then
they
the
scored
delivery
off.
of this from Jack Walsh. Brilliant.
And
with
Morgan
kick
scores
from
in the corner.
Morgan. And what a finish.
That's really poor from the Sharks.
In the middle of the screen there, he was the man who had drifted away from the wing that gave Morgan the chance to score. Now, Walsh, this is for the lead.
So, Jack Walsh, 35-meter kick. And
Slightly.
I think he's got it.
It's gone wide.
Nope, he's pulled it to the left. So the Sharks retain the lead, but have not scored a try, and the Ospreys have.
Start off the second half, exactly what they needed. They did have the advantage. There's that
And that's
ruck
just
defense
not a
completely,
good
but
sign
it's
for
good
so
with
early in the
Morgan.
half from the Sharks. But it shows intent from the Ospreys, that's for sure.
Look at the beginning of the half about the need for an early try, but from a parochial point of view, it's
So Morris takes it inside the 22 off the Cohen Bosch kickoff. Reece Webb. Oh, it's been turned over by the Sharks. And Fenter runs it into the winger, Giles. Hendrickser recycles to Tapwai. Tapwai into Noche. Hendrickser recycling again, back to Tapwai. Tapwai out to Cohen Bosch. Cohen Bosch takes on the line. Almost breaking through there. Hendrickser gives it to Mbanambi, who's pulled back by the number 6, Roots. Early tackle. Hendrickser out to Chituka. Off his feet. Has to be played off his feet. Penalty. Nope. Guess not. Pick and go from Potkita. Cohen Bosch out the back. Mpimpi's come in. Tapwai. Out to Fenter, who throws the ball infield, but straight into Giles' hands, and then they tackle him. Push him out, rather. So it'll be a Sharks put into the lineup.
clever.
It's taken
Smart
quickly.
play.
The referee says no. Come back.
That's your ball. Back you go.
There's that tempo. It's almost like that's the exact thing this game needed. Just that first try.
And I think, yeah, the commentators are right. I think the game needed that first try to be like, right, we got to get ourselves into gear now.
Great hands. You can see
And,
the goals now, even in contact.
Francois Fenter catches the ball. It's a Christmas miracle. I mean, it'll be a Christmas miracle if we win, Mark. Let's just get to the win first. But yeah, it's I don't know. Oh. Carlos Sardi looks like he might have got either a hamstring injury or it's a knee.
No relation.
No, it's looks like a hamstring. But it looks like
to come on.
Yeah, it's hamstring. He might have pulled his hamstring here.
Little rest here again. I think this is an advantage for the Ospreys.
And the Sharks, yeah, exactly. It slows their momentum.
Conversion.
And it looks like
There's the man, Kutu
Nkunu. Is it Nkunu or Chunu?
Great hand.
A really good work rate. Kuta gets over the advantage line. Doesn't mind rucking. That's the sort of player that I think the South Sea Sharks have enjoyed in this fixture in Ox and Chat.
He looks a bit glum, and that's because Carlos Sardi is, and he's not going on just yet.
So Mbambi throws to the front of the line out. The Sharks set the maul. The maul's actually looking good, this one. They're driving forwards, and Mbambi breaks off the side. Just short. Very close to the try line. Sharks need a score here. And they've scored. Yes! Finally, the Sharks have done something. Who scored that? Who scored that? Was it Tijuca? No, Noche. Noche has got a try for the Sharks, and I love that. I do love Noche. I think he's a very good player.
Positive in this game. It's the tackle fight for me here. They just fight, peels off a little bit. Good read from Bongi Bonambi to break blind. The reaction to get to him, to recycle this ball. Good patience as well. Pepsi Buthelezi communicating with Skumbuzo Noche. There's that drive, fighting through the tackle.
So the Sharks are finally on the try scoring board. And it's only taken, 130 minutes of rugby.
So that's important. It's restored the 6-point gap. And this is to make it an 8.
Good. And now Kerr and Bosch will have the kick. So Sharks are back to 6 points clear.
Oops, the ball's fallen over.
The ball's fallen over because of the wind.
A little bit more about that breeze.
So I don't think he'll have much more time. He'll certainly need to kick this quickly.
There. Look at that. They're going to have to bring somebody in to hold. And the clock is on this.
He doesn't have much time. He's going to have to hoof this and hope. I don't even know how much longer he's got, but Cohen Bosch kicks and drags it left.
Always difficult when you've got somebody holding the ball. So there it is, 11-5. That's the first try for the Sharks in 3 halves of rugby.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean,
first try for the Sharks in 3 halves of rugby. That's horrific. But actually it makes sense. It's exactly what I just said. But I said it minutes-wise.
Restart from Jack Walsh.
So Jack Walsh restarts, taken in by Cohen Bosch, who shanks his clearance. So Ospreys have made a change. They've taken off Parry and brought on Baldwin. That was an awful clearance from Cohen Bosch. Absolutely horrendous.
Don't close that, don't close that. Hold the gap.
So the replacement hooker is now on Scott Baldwin. He played against the Bulls last week. 34-year-old with 34 test
Step in, White, step in, please.
So Ospreys have the line out. Throw to the front.
At the front of the line.
And Noche with a really good hit on Morris. Webb recycles to the new man, Baldwin.
Broken play.
Yeah, really broken play at the moment. And they've lost it forwards. Tapuai swings it out to Fenter. Fenter out to Butter Chamberlain, out to Mapimpi, who is met by Morgan. Good catch from Chichuka, who takes it in. Advantage to the Sharks. Cohen Bosch to Oxenshea, who bats off two people. Bosch out the back. Mapimpi onto Tapuai, who straightens, just can't get through. And the Sharks will take the penalty.
Well, it was a good hit on Morgan Morris. Good hands as well.
Really good hit on Morgan Morris.
And then to work back and make that tackle on Ben Tapuai. It just shows you why he is called the talisman of this Osprey side. Number 8, Morris Oxenshea, has been really, really good in the loose and ruck time and with his carries. So again, slowing the game down. Butter Chamberlain looked out of position or uncomfortable at fullback, joining the line very nicely now.
Butter Chamberlain seems to be nursing a bit. A bit of an ankle injury there, and it looks like the Sharks will make another front row replacement. God, Tutuko Mchunu, which means I imagine Kalu Sadi will be coming off. No, Ox is off.
Ox has finished his work for the day, but I think
Ox has played well.
80 minutes worth.
Ox has played well. That was a good shift from Ox. I like that.
Great day at the office from Oxenshea. Got an applause as well from the fans. Really has been good.
Happy with his performance. He certainly did what we needed him to do as one of the box coming back in. I still think it was maybe a little bit too early to rush him back in, but we had to have him back in. So, Butalese takes it the front, Noche takes it the front, and Tapuai knocks it on from a really unsympathetic pass from Butalese.
Nothing wrong, but the referee will bring them back for the knock-on.
And that is just another momentum killer.
Just couldn't find Ben Tapuai this time. Pepsi Butalese.
Here we go. Max is here.
You could see it was a planned move, really trying to attack that vacuum. Players being 10 meters back. Just not accurate enough, but very good pressure coming from the Ospreys defenders, though. Just threw Pepsi Butalese off, and they've won a turnover.
So it'll be Ospreys scrum.
So here come the front row replacements. So we have an entirely new front row now. Kutu and Kulu is on, and so is Dan Uerster.
And Uerster replaces Umbanambi. Entirely new front row.
The Sharks won a game in this competition, 15th of October, here against Glasgow. Now, I know we've had a break in the competition, but that will play on the minds of the players.
Yeah, they really do need a W. Grant Williams is on for.
Grant Williams has also come on for Hendrickser. I do like Grant Williams. I think he's rapid. He's clever too. Sharks are looking to drive them off the ball there.
Put some pressure on straight away.
There's definitely some pressure off from the new men.
And the man on the left of your screen there was an 8th man all the way through his career at Maritzburg College. And came to the Sharks Academy, and they said, no, we need a new beast, and you're him.
That's interesting.
He looks the part.
I didn't know that.
Tell you what, Jimmy
I also
Rice,
didn't know he was at Maritzburg College.
strength and conditioning coach
Nchutuko
for the
Nchunu was a
South
number
Sharks
8
has
for Maritzburg College,
really
and then moved to
Shoulders up here.
number 1 when he got to the Sharks.
climbing up
Needed
the
a
ranks.
beast, apparently.
Good seasons.
So the scrum will be reset.
Tom Porter stands strong in that front row for the Ospreys.
Scrum is set. Webb feeds the scrum. The Sharks, they are stretching that scrum. They're passing it down the line. Webb out the back to
Morgan
Morris. He doesn't get far. Oof, Sharks giving away a penalty. I saw that coming. not rolling away from Mchunu.
This game is still
No,
alive.
Buthelezi, sorry.
You need to work faster.
I
which
thought,
side,
just saw his strapping and I thought it was Mchunu.
It is. Pepsi Buthelezzi's men just been making a few mistakes and at the wrong time. Both sides.
So
have had
Walsh will look to
opportunities
clear.
that have gone
Another
astray.
shitty kick from him would be
So
nice.
Very difficult to call
But
which way
no, it's an alright kick from Walsh.
the pendulum of momentum will swing. He's been busy, Morgan Morris, but the loose forwards of the Sharks have their number, unable to roll out
Open
there.
up at the back.
It's unfortunate from Buthelezi, but I can't really fault him for that. Like, he was trying to get out. Oh my god. And DSTV has broken down again. What part of England am I from? I was born in London, but I now live in Edinburgh. So I'm actually streaming this from Scotland right now, the capital. I live in Edinburgh. And I'm just waiting for it to reload. Sharks got a penalty from something, I think. Just waiting. Yep. Sharks got a penalty, so it looks like Bosch will clear.
Side with possession of the ball have the advantage to control that environment and try to launch an attack.
And does so.
Another
Decent kick
silly
from Bosch.
mistake there from the Ospreys. It was an
Deep
opportunity
inside
to
the
really
opposition
take
10
advantage
meter.
of territory, try to piece
Not far
together
from the
some plays, but
22.
they're only 6 points behind.
Good attacking platform set here for the Sharks.
Take a look at the lifters now. Clearly causing a bit of a
Yeah, and it was
there.
obstruction.
Phil Sutton.
Obstruction for the lifters in the line out. So the Sharks go up. And they've set them all. It's come out the back for Buthelezi, who's thumped backwards. Grant Williams picks up, feeds Mchunu, who knocks it on.
And that's what the knock-on is called for.
Oh,
Fresh legs.
and look, it's messed up again. Oh my god, why is DSTV so bad right now? My internet is not the problem. Come on, reload. Reload. Sorry about this, everyone. But DSTV keeps going down. And that's what I'm watching it off online. But that is how I'm streaming this. And it just keeps glitching. Joyfully. So we're just going to sit here and wait for it to... God. Right. I'm now just reloading the whole of DSTV because it's just being a pain in the ass. Come on, work. Watch, yes, live TV. Shocker, I want to watch live TV. Oh, this takes so long. Sport. Sharks vs Ospreys. Sorry, everyone. Ugh, this is frustrating. I swear nothing works in South Africa. Finally. So, Sharks have the line out on what appears to be the Ospreys 10-meter line. But let it load first. If it loads. We're waiting. Oh, good. Unable to play. I have a feeling this is not going to come back. But apparently Ospreys have possession now. So, yeah. Just inside the 10-meter line. I'm guessing it was a Sharks knock-on. Right, so that's not working. So, okay, let's not use grandstand. Why are you not working, though? Right, let me just quickly see if I can pull it up on VIP box. Because DSTV is having a fucking meltdown, as per usual. Okay. No, millions of pop-ups because of these things. I will be back. I will get it back up soon. Just give me a couple of seconds. Come on. Okay. Thank you. So got it back up. So Sharks have got possession in their own 22, and Grant Williams, I'd say that's playing the scrum off. It's still 11-6. 18 minutes left of the game. What, 17 and a half minutes left. Grant Williams is setting at the base. It looks like he'll box kick. Mpimpi to chase. Does so. Sorry, Podkeeter is chasing. Evans takes it down. Hiron Andrews is on. Looks like the Sharks have emptied their bench.
Okay. Use it 9, please. Stay on.
Webb will kick.
Box kick from Aubrey.
Oh, Aubrey's on, so Reece Webb's gone off.
Circling underneath.
Water Chamberlain takes it down and launches a spiral.
A little bit of an aimless kickback.
Midfield, so absolutely pointless. Jack Walsh is running it back. Runs straight into Tapuai and Fenter.
Options, really. Closing down the space to his right. Here's one of the new men, Harry Deeves.
Harry Deeves runs straight into Butalezi. And Ntunu. That's unfortunate. Aubrey will set another box kick on halfway for his men to chase. I think Water Chamberlain's under it. And he's knocked it on into touch.
That'll be an Ospreys line out just outside the Sharks 22. And Water Chamberlain's not happy with it.
Knock on him.
And of course, if you knock it on, you have the choice of scrum down or line out.
That's not good from Water Chamberlain. I mean, he was under pressure, but still, it's not really an excuse, is it? He should have taken that. He was not under that much pressure. That's poor. That is poor.
Good chase there.
Come on, Water.
Fullback Max Nagy been good. Of course, Water Chamberlain just to turn it back and almost running backwards. Difficult one to take. It was an important one to take.
Medics running on. Number 23 for the Ospreys is on now.
Wearing the number 23.
And that
Six-year-old
is
who's played for England at number 20.
Florence.
To Hartbury College, just near Gloucester, which is churning out elite sports people.
And also number 20, Fenter. James Fenter is coming on for the Sharks.
Sharks is James Fenter, the captain on Sunday night.
Replacing Noche.
What a sub to have. Kumbuzo Noche, very good game from him. Good in the loose, very good on
It's
defense.
very windy in there.
Asked some questions and scored a good try. Showed some power, driving his legs through the contact there. Noche. Placed by James Fenter. How good was Hendrickson?
Hendrickson had a very good game today.
How good was Bosch outside Hendrickson?
And Bosch, Bosch had a good game. But, yeah, I think our centres has been our biggest problem today. Jaden Hendrickson with a number of really good turnovers. Even though he's been off for a while, I mean, Hendrickson probably will get man of the match.
This was the second one. Really good play from the number 9, growing.
Well, he's from King Williamstown.
So it'll be a scrum down with Ospreys to put in. Just over 15 minutes left of the game.
Of course, they know how to breathe them out in King Williamstown. 4 carries, 42 passes. Let's take a look. 2 turnovers, just 7 kicks in play. That's something I enjoyed about him. Spot kicking was accurate, but we didn't see too many of those.
Another Springbok scrum half from Grant Williams.
Scrum is set. It's looking steady at the moment. It's fed in by Reese Webb. So wait, who's Aubrey on for?
This time the penalty goes the way.
Unless it was a HIA, because Webb is back on.
This is still in the melting pot, this game.
And the Sharks give away a penalty at the scrum.
Yeah, the South Sea Sharks, they just haven't done enough with the territory that they have.
Sharks could still very easily
Ospreys
lose
have
this
been
game,
trying
and
to
that's
just
what's
inch their
worrying
way
me.
back towards the try line.
Ospreys
Ever
are,
since they lost that line out.
I'd say,
That
15
mistake
meters
was
out from the try line with their line out.
Look at the penalty.
Mm.
Truly, just not supporting his weight. He's overextended there. Clever scrummaging from the Ospreys front row. Huge opportunity now. 10 penalties.
It was 7
Ospreys,
penalties
8
to 1 in the first half. It's now 10-8, which shows you the difference of penalties in this half.
The Ospreys in front.
Ospreys go to the front, set the rolling maul,
Jack Regan wearing 19.
and Sharks have not held this well.
Close.
Sharks are 2 meters out. Sorry, Ospreys are 2 meters out. Ball has been taken up, so Fenter jumps on the man.
Advantage being played. Big change ahead from Ben Warren.
And Ospreys are over.
Morgan Morris.
And Sharks are going to go behind.
And that has brought them within a point.
It's in the corner. It'll be a difficult conversion. Does have the slight breeze behind him, though. But
And this is really, and it's Morgan Morris. He's had a very good game. 10 tries in his career. So that's the 10th one. He's actually carried really well today. But the Sharks here were just, I don't know what they were trying to do.
Surely, it's good racking as well. Clever play that from Ethan Roots. He's been all over the place, just taking out that pillar.
I'd say that's
Straight from
obstruction.
Morris.
I mean, the Sharks shouldn't have let them score, but I still think that's obstruction.
Went to Garreton High School, and he's from Pencloud, which is one of those places where you can pick up shellfish on the beach when the tide goes out.
Sounds like a relaxed environment. Nothing relaxed about Morgan
For me,
Morris.
you can't do that.
Absolute
You
workhorse.
can't get in the way of someone trying to tackle him.
There's a kick to put them in the lead.
Ospreys now have a kick to get in the lead.
Pressure on this kick, ladies and gentlemen.
Walsh, can he get it?
Ospreys have only won 1 game this year. Lovely strike.
And Ospreys has missed the kick, so it stays 11-10.
Oh, we have to think about that one. So it must have been close. Jack Walsh, not close enough though. This was very close though. Close to the line. A couple of good carries and.
See, I think he blocked some
and the
Tunu there.
talisman, Morgan Morris.
I think he blocked some Tunu there, but what do I know, hey? Cohen Bosch will restart the game with just over 12 minutes left.
One of the Sharks got in the locker now.
Sharks need to respond with something. Ospreys take it down.
Nervous.
Tackle is called, so they have to release.
By 1 point.
Morris is over the top.
Okay, 16, let him go.
Webb will kick.
Place kick from Aubrey.
Aubrey. I thought it was Reese Webb.
Lazy.
Oh, sorry, it's Aubrey. My bad. Wow, I've been saying that all game.
Dan Ewison.
Sorry, it's Aubrey, not Webb.
By V Sutton. This could be turnover ball.
Could be turnover for the Sharks.
It is indeed.
No, it's turnover for the Ospreys.
There's a desperation. They can believe now. They know momentum has swung a little bit here. They were under pressure from the Sharks. That mistake we spoke about with the obstruction put them in their own half, but they worked their way back into the South Sea Sharks half and punished ill discipline.
Sharks are not looking good right now.
Turned pressure into points. Just couldn't get that conversion. 2 conversions missed from that corner. Almost in the exact same place. You can see that breeze as well.
11 minutes left.
But they're in the right area. Question with the Sharks splitting the line out now. Ben Tap wide, first receiver on the open side. Cohen Bosch on the blind.
So obviously Sharks have got split to
I have to think the Sharks can't
mirror the
ball
Ospreys
away.
attack pattern. This is not a good look for the
Turnover
Sharks
for
right
the
now.
Ospreys. Can they hold on to the ball?
And the scrum will be reset.
This is first, of course, a very important scrum down. They do have the experience of Scott Baldwin.
Scott Baldwin's on the field. I forgot about that.
Fresh legs of Ben Warren, Karen Phillips.
Nice control. Get it right this time, please. Patience between.
Scrum is being reset.
So Matthew
There
Aubrey
is
waits
exactly
to feed
10
the
minutes
scrum.
left of the game. The Sharks can't hold on. I think they need to go and score. Aubrey feeds it in.
Solid scrum there from the Ospreys.
Yeah, let's get rid of it.
It's a solid scrum from both sides this time. Aubrey out the back to the 12. Walsh has got the ball now. Steps inside. Tackled by Tapuai.
Thomas Wheeler. Roots.
Roots smacks it into the front rowers.
Get in, Ron. Yeah, stay there. Yeah.
Have a look at that. Busting forward is Garen Phillips. Max Nagy up from the back.
Nagy attacks the line. Aubrey out the back.
Jack Regan working hard.
Oh, Jack Walsh has hit hard in the tackle
Hit backwards in the
by
tackle.
Fenter.
The Sharks win the penalty.
20. Side entry. Let's cover out the joint to the game.
It's Harry Daves coming from the side. Good consistency shown by Cross, the referee, and it looked like
Replay with consent.
Here we go, boys. Next job.
Tex has got a few words for the referee. He's not happy.
Shot it go.
Wow, Cohen Bosch is going to go for a shot at goal
I'll
here.
leave it there. Wow. And remember, if it does go over the dead ball line,
But your point is valid. And I'll look after it. Thanks.
they'll have to have a drop kick from the try line.
This is a
Big hit
long
here
kick from
James
Bosch.
French, and you can see clearly good communication from the referee, Harry Daves, coming from the side and going over the ball. No doubt for that penalty.
Well, that breeze that sprung up at halftime is still there. This is into the wind. It's 55 meters, and those who have watched Cohen Bosch know he's got the distance. It's a question.
Come on,
can he
Bosch.
keep his technique together in the swirling wind. And in the back of his mind will be, this is your big chance. Oh, he's got underneath it.
Oh, it's an awful kick. Got no distance on that. And Walsh will clear.
Stop, 14! Stop!
And Pimpy is tracking the
It's a
ball.
good kick
for
from
the
Walsh.
Sharks, and he gets it
He
going again.
plays it quickly.
Bosch.
Okay, black start! And stop!
I think Butter Chamberlain launched that. It's been dropped by Nagy. Oh, no, it's not Nagy. Who's the number 22?
Evans. But, Sharks will be happy.
It's not a good clearance, but it was not a good kick. So it's Fleurs. No, it's not Fleurs. It's Evans.
For a second there, it looked like it was an unprofitable decision-making process there from the South Sea Sharks going for that conversion. But the look of determination on that man, Cohen Bosch. Take a look at the wind there. Beautiful shot. No way he was going to get it, but maybe going for touch would have been better. I feel like he knows it. He knows it.
Advantage.
Sharks have won the line out.
Played to the Sharks. I think for a knock-
Grant Williams decides to break down the left. Oh, he's done well there. And he's offloaded to Buthelezi. Williams recycles to Hiron Andrews.
Try here, taking forward.
Come on, Sharks. Come on, do something.
Hiron Andrews. Williams.
Williams recycles to Fenter.
Very good position to score now.
What is here, Andy? Stop!
What a steal. Morgan Morris. Oh, well, it's not a turnover.
And Tuchuka throws off two people.
Vincent Chituka is on the fly.
The ball, no clearly. It's here.
Williams.
Williams got the ball.
Ooh, that ball's come out.
And it's spilled backwards.
Hasn't gone forward.
Bosch has gone left. Mapimpi's coming back in.
Pimpy sees
Darts
it.
straight through.
Underneath the
Almost up to the
boots.
5.
With
Williams
the pop-up to Lapis
to Labiskatni. It's an advantage to the Sharks. Williams out the back to Mapimpi. And the Sharks will get the penalty. And you think they'll go for poles here.
Just gone for a kick from miles away. Are they now going to take the 3 points?
Number 23 is clearly offside.
Well, just about 5 minutes left. I think that's too much time to kill the clock. They did take points earlier on, but there's the call. So I guess they believe in themselves. They believe they could get.
And they will go for
here, and
the
why
try.
not?
The Sharks
They
are
have been
going for that
dominating the
try.
breakdown. They're winning the arm wrestle, not
And this
by a
is going to
lot,
be an
not
interesting
by as much
call.
as we
The
expected.
Sharks will need to score this, or at least waste as much
Go for
time as
touch, go for
possible.
the more, perhaps. Haven't seen much of a contest though from the Ospreys.
It's a 1-point ball game. And there are just under 5 minutes remaining.
And they take it in the middle with Hiron Andrews. They've set the maul. It's rolling. It's doing okay, and breaks off the side.
Couldn't quite stretch out.
Sharks are within a meter.
He can't get there.
Come on, finish this game right now. Come on, Sharks.
As close as that. This is brilliant defense from the Ospreys. True heart, true heart.
Ospreys are defending well. Advantage to the Sharks.
They're offside.
Offside advantage. Come on, Sharks.
Just going around.
Williams throws it out, and Kerwin Bosch is in. Finally, we've done something.
That should be a
And that should seal the game for the Sharks.
huge for the franchise.
That has to seal the game for the Sharks. They have to get this kick.
An incredible welcoming back for Cohen Bosch.
And Bosch has hurt himself. Maybe winded himself.
Going round and around, and that's exactly what Cohen Bosch did here. Good patience. Kutam Kodu maybe hesitated too much. He has not been hesitating throughout this game. Good line. Great try.
He's done himself a mischief on the way over.
Yeah, Bosch has hurt himself.
Looks like he's going to be okay. And he will be the man to take the kick of goal.
Look how much it means to the Durbanites. Loyal supporters. It's to take him over 150 career points right in front of the stick. Shouldn't have any issues with it, Kerwin Bosch.
So, with 2.5 minutes left, Sharks should go 8 points clear here.
This is for an 8-point lead.
And they are. Sharks are 8 points clear. And you
There is still 2.5 minutes left.
bloody hope that that's enough for the game to be
This
won.
restart for the Ospreys. There could be something left for them in this game, but it's a huge task for them.
Sharks need to try and keep the score as it is, or score again, so that the Ospreys can't get a bonus point.
Brilliant little shift onto Bosch.
All in front of the kicker there from the Ospreys, but the ref hasn't called it. It's been tapped back.
A little one out the back door there. And it's a penalty to the Sharks, and maybe, just maybe, that Kerwin Bosch try is what has broken the back of a wonderful effort from the Ospreys in this game.
Yeah, huge effort, Andy. That's brilliant from James Fenter. That's what
Great
he's
steal there
expected
from
to do.
Fenter.
That's one of his favorite tools in his arsenal.
Let's go, Jackie!
And the Bosch has completely missed touch,
Collected at the back.
and so the
now.
Ospreys will have another run at them.
That's Prothero.
Okay, 16 back you go.
Still a minute and a half to go. Roots. Short ball, but as has been the case this entire game, tackled behind.
And Sharks win the penalty. And so the Sharks have definitely won the game. And what a turnover from
Very good.
Uerster. Dan Uerster's done well there.
James Fenter, so is that man, Dylan Richardson, not featuring today. So Cohen Bosch says, let's
Bosch kicks to the corner.
try it again. that's a fantastic.
And he's actually done a much better kick this time.
Good short for Vincent Chutuka. Big hit from him. He's definitely been in the thick of things, looking to develop. And while there it is, there's the steal from Dan URC. Everywhere off their feet, so it was on for him.
Six is called.
It was a good stop initially from the Ospreys. Throw jump. Andrews collects. Good throw from Dan URC. There's a better shove now from the Ospreys.
Sharks have set the maul off a line-out jump from Hiron Andrews. And they're looking to try and get the push over the line. Grant Williams takes it out the back. Tries to dart himself. Is tackled down. Sharks still got the ball. Wakita almost gets there. There goes the hooter. James Fenton tries to go. I think he's been held up.
On the dead. What an effect he's had on this game, James Fenton. And they are absolutely enjoying this game.
Back you go. Thank you. Open up. 17. Back you go. Captain, bring your players back. Thank you.
So they're going to take a look.
So while the referee crossed.
I don't have any clear ground with you.
They're going to have a look in the TMO. Be helped. I mean, it'll be good for points difference. It doesn't really mean much else. But we'll see what the
on field is no try, no clear grounding. We'll have a look at the footage and see if we have a grounding.
Well, will there be a cherry on top on what has been an iffy game for the Sharks, but they just needed the W. It's gone up to Sam Grove White of the Scottish Rugby Union, the TMO, to have a look at this. James Fenton looks like he's over the line, but when we get a picture of the ball,
I can't see. Oof. I'll tell you what, he might be.
Determination.
This might be a try.
Tries to get underneath in there.
They're not going to see from that angle, that's for sure.
The Ospreys on their own try line. See the ball, but we cannot see the line. Determination from Sutton.
I think this will be inconclusive, no try.
I think that's on the line. I think that's a try. Not up to me, though. There.
Ooh, actually, it might be a try.
Really
Very well might be a try here.
Yeah, Crossy, I have a decision. We have evidence of the Sharks player grounding the ball on the
so it's a
line,
try.
so you may overturn your decision and award a try.
Okay, just confirming. Clear evidence that the ball has reached the line of being grounded by Sharks. We're changing the on-field decision and awarding the try.
Correct.
So the word from
So that's it. The Sharks will win with a try at the end.
Clear grounding on the line. The try is good. And well, she's probably passed her exam. She's celebrating so much. Happy to be on holiday. Great to see the youngsters out.
And that is oh, it feels like one hell of an escape for the Sharks.
You must be here for matric range. Brilliant.
It feels like one hell of an escape for the Sharks, considering.
For the South Sea Sharks. What a performance by a couple of seniors in the team, leaders.
So Bosch will try and knock over the final kick.
Fantastic.
And he does, to make it 25-10, which honestly, in my opinion, is a bit flattering for the Sharks. But I'm happy we won it. Cohen Bosch, on his return to rugby for the Sharks, played really well. And certainly should be happy with his performance there. So that's it. 25-10. Not the greatest game. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a bit of an odd one. I'm just glad the Sharks have, won a game, and especially after last weekend, they're back to winning. But yeah, it's there's still a hell of a long way for them to go. That's for sure. I definitely, I think the box made a difference, but there's still not a lot of team cohesion there, and they really need to work on that if they're going to be successful in this competition going forwards. But yeah, could be better and should be better considering. What I'd like to see is more structure in attack. They almost represent a little bit too much of England at the moment, where they just don't seem to know what they're doing on attack. But I'll take the win. I'll take the result, and I'll be happy with them at least getting the win, and going forward to next week with a less pressure on them. So, thanks for joining me tonight, guys. It was good to be back and commentating and streaming again, and I will maybe see you next weekend. Other than that, peace out, have a good one, and this has been Forever Rugby on Forever Sports.